Hello, how is everyone? I want to thank Future Fest leadership for the invitation. I'm from the United States of America, and everyone that knows me knows how much I love Pakistan. In fact, this is my third visit in 4 months, and I love the faith, the family, the friends, and most of all, the food here. So again, thank you so much. And it's amazing to be part of this prestigious lineup of speakers. I am learning so much myself. I want to say that the youth of Pakistan is unbelievably talented and brilliant. And the only reason I'm standing on this stage today is because of one little boy's courage. The first person from Pakistan to ever reach out to me was a little boy named Alamdar. He's only 11 or 12 years old. He had the courage to message me on Facebook Messenger and said, "Would you please do an interview?" And I said yes. And I'd like to introduce him to you today. He's here, and he's the reason that I began to get many more interviews, began to meet amazing people in Pakistan, and then received invitations to come. So, come here. Where are you, Alamdar? Come up here. Come. This right here is the future of Pakistan, honestly. The courage, the brilliance, the hard work is unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for changing my life.
Thank you so much.
You're amazing. Okay. He's from Karachi. I've been to several cities in Pakistan, and I really enjoy it so much. Again, as I mentioned, I'm from the United States. I'm an international space consultant. I partner with NASA and SpaceX to bring space and technology to emerging space nations, as well as my favorite, some of the most remote and underserved communities in the world. But my most important job is that I'm the mother of 11 biological children. And I have 9 daughters and 2 sons. And yes, I had them all with one husband. And this, I think we have a picture of all the kids, if audio video wants to put that up. There you go. Number 6 was getting married. So, children are important to me, as well as empowering women and young girls worldwide. I also own a gymnastics program in the U.S. I've owned it for 20 years, and I'm currently training over 550 female gymnasts. Gold medals are not important to me, although we win a lot. What's most important to me is instilling in these girls every single day that with God by their side and being a great person and working hard, they can do anything. So I want to welcome all the ladies that are listening and young girls, both online and in person. You're amazing. You can do anything with your life. So as I began to raise my children, and I was getting a little bit older, I had a feeling inside there has to be something more that God has a plan for my life. It just felt like I had an itch I couldn't scratch. And, a famous author in the United States named Mark Twain said something that really touched my heart. He said that the 2 most important days of your life is the day you were born and the day you found out why. And that was what I was missing, was the why. And I began to think about it. And I realized that at almost 50 years old, my life was really in a bad situation. It was not a fairy tale as it appears right now. I had hit bottom really financially. I hit bottom in my health. I'd hit bottom emotionally. I was not in a good situation. But what came to my heart was that I needed to get my education. I was only high school educated. And so I decided to go quickly to the university near my home and obtain my bachelor's degree. And I was like, okay, what's next? And on a morning run, I'm a runner, it came to me very strongly that I should attend Harvard and get my master's. And I'm thinking, how could I do this? It's absolutely impossible. I still had 7 children at home. Harvard was 2,400 kilometers one way from my house. I didn't have any money. And the most, like our previous speaker said, I wasn't smart enough. I didn't feel like I was worthy to go there. But just the idea, I couldn't shake it. And so I began to step forward. And she said, take that first step. And as I did, I received a scholarship. And this scholarship paid for my airfare every single week for 3.5 years to go there and come back each week to do my classes on one day and fly back home because, as I said, I still had 7 kids at home and I was still working full time. But you know, God is the master of the impossible. And when we have impossible dreams, if we have this partner in heaven helping us, he can make anything come true. I graduated in May of 2016 from Harvard with my master's in international relations, and all of my research and focus was on our U.S. space program, NASA. And this opened the door for me to work at NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C., in the Office of International Relations. And what I learned when I was there was that NASA is very focused on our international partners, which they should be, which is Russia and Japan and European Space Agency and many other partners. But what I saw was there was a great need for underserved nations, underserved communities. And my first invitation that I received was from the president of Croatia. Little me, housewife from nowhere in the United States. But education changed everything, you know? And so I went to Croatia to have dinner with her and talk with her about having a space program. And then from there, it just began to spiral, and I began to be invited to many countries around the world to help them. And it's been like really a dream. I can't imagine that I'm living right now simply because of, you know, getting an education. And what I want to talk about today is we talked about the wild world of technology. You know, technology is great, but it means nothing unless you can apply it in your personal life. And so in February, I don't know if we have this video or not that's going to pop up here in just a minute, but in February of last year, I received a 1-minute video from a very powerful chief in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. And this chief asked me on this video, could you please bring Starlink internet to the primitive tribes of the Amazon? We need it for communication with each other. We have no electricity, no way to talk one another. We have no education for our children. We have no health care. We would like to do telemedicine. And most importantly, we need to be able to communicate about the invaders who are coming into the rainforest, stripping the land of trees and mining, poisoning the rivers, and literally destroying the Amazon rainforest. And so I thought, well, why not? I'll find a way. And so I quickly mobilized friends, family, anyone I could find to help me purchase these 21 satellite dishes from SpaceX, Starlink, Internet, and have them shipped to Brazil. And then the chief invited me to come in person to deliver them. And wow, this was like the greatest adventure of my life. I came into Brazil, and it's like everything you see on the movies. I took a 3-hour canoe ride to the beginning of the path of the forest, and then straight into the Amazon jungle, walking 52 kilometers through the most dangerous, treacherous terrain you can imagine, with snakes and scorpions and jaguars and man-eating ants. We would cross rivers where we would just walk on one pole. We couldn't take any food or water with us, so we just had to drink from the river and sleep outside in a hammock and you know, wherever we could maybe get some food to eat along the way. But I made it to the first village, and we set up the first Starlink. We had to chop down trees, I had to hammer on the satellite dish. We brought it up, and then I logged in with the password for that particular satellite dish, and suddenly there we were in the middle of the Amazon jungle, in the middle of nowhere with primitive tribes. And I'm talking primitive, like, you know, no shirts and things in their nose, and never seen an outsider, and outsiders really weren't allowed in. And it was amazing to go on the World Wide Web in the middle of this, you know, primitive place. The people were so nice. They were so moral. They didn't drink. They didn't smoke. They were so kind. Each village that we went to set up their internet. And so I just want to say that, you know, with God by your side, nothing's impossible. And I really hope we can show this video of my journey. It was actually produced by a Pakistani friend of mine here, and he did an amazing job putting this together. So if it comes up, I don't know. We'll see. Yes or no? Hira, where are you? Maybe? Let's see if it plays. There's the first one. So I think the video didn't work. These are just some still photos that I gave just in case it did not load. And again, I want to thank you for the privilege of being here. I was reading a book the other day by a woman who kept track of people's dying regrets. She was a nurse who took care of dying patients. And for 13 years, she wrote down everything that people regretted when they died. And you know what the number one regret was? I kind of thought it would be I didn't, spend enough time with my friends and family. But the number one regret was I didn't do the dreams that were in my heart because of other people's opinions. So I want to encourage each and every one of you here to live life without regrets, never give up, push through challenges, and as they taught me at NASA, failure is not an option. Thank you so much.